Hello everyone, welcome to our new series, Around the World in 50 Foods.
Arriba, arriba!
What are you doing?
Oh, is it not that kind of video? Alright. Hey guys, Tia and Andy here, and as Andy just mentioned, this is the first episode in our new series, Around the World in 50 Foods. Now we all know what's going on in the world right now, and it's heavily impacting travel, which, to be honest, is for the best. But that does not mean... That does not mean that you still can't travel the world. So instead of traveling physically, we're going to transport you to different parts of the world to taste the dishes of those countries. So come along with us as we cook one country at a time to bring you around the world in 50 foods.
We got some tomatoes here, green onions, cilantro, avocado. Is that enough of a hint of what we're making today? How about now? That's right, today we're gonna start off the series by taking you to Mexico with our version of the taco.
So let's talk about the ingredients we're gonna need to make these shrimp tacos. Number one, we can't start off shrimp tacos without some shrimp. Now, if you can get fresh shrimp from the area that you're in, absolutely go for it. Otherwise, you might be like us and you can grab a bag of frozen shrimp. Now, ours are already deveined, but they do have the shells still on them. So what we do is defrost these and then we peel the shell off before we're gonna cook them. You'll also need some taco shells. If you're feeling adventurous, you can make these yourselves. Otherwise, buy them from your local grocery store. We are obsessed with this particular brand. If you throw these in the pan and you toast them up, mwah, they're delicious. Next, we need to talk about our fresh ingredients, the stuff that you're going to fill your taco with. We always use these ingredients. We've got our green onion, we've got cilantro, we've got tomato, because you can't not have tomato. And we also have some avocado that we're gonna use to make an avocado mash / guacamole. We also like to add some pickled jalapeno peppers, which we pre-buy at the grocery store. We've got some cheddar cheese here that we're gonna grate up and use as a topping as well. And then last but not least, we've got our shrimp seasoning. In our seasoning, what we've done is combined paprika, cumin, chili flakes, salt and pepper, and that's what we're going to season our shrimp with. So, without any more waiting, let's get this started.
Start off by defrosting your shrimp and peeling it. Place it in a bowl so that you can mix it with all of the spices and seasoning. Combine the paprika, cumin, chili flakes, salt and pepper into a bowl and mix together and top that onto your shrimp. Make sure the shrimp are thoroughly covered and set the bowl aside. Now it's time to prepare our toppings. Slice up your green onion, your tomatoes, and your cilantro and set aside in a bowl.
Thanks for chopping, Tia. Okay, time for the garnishes. We like these pickled jalapenos. They're really good. We just chuck them right on top afterwards. Of course, some cheddar cheese, which will grate, but I have 2 pro tips for you guys. One is how to pick the perfect avocado. These things are temperamental, they're hard to pick, but the trick here is to feel the pit, this little stem at the top. If you can wiggle it and if it falls off, then it's probably good to go. Pro tip number 2 is with the limes. I see a lot of people just take this thing and cut straight into it. Don't forget to roll it first. When you roll it, you'll release the juices a lot easier and it makes it nice and easy for you to squeeze. Part 2 of that tip is how to chop it. When you chop it, you don't want to cut it right into the center. That's how you get seeds. Cut around the center so that you never squeeze any seeds onto your tacos. Let's start right here with the avocados and let's make some guacamole.
Slice the avocados in half and remove the pit. From there, you're going to take all the good stuff out of the middle and put it into a bowl. Next, take your lime and roll it against your cutting board. Like Andy mentioned, this is going to get the juices nice and flowing inside that lime. Slice it up and add it to your avocado. Add a little bit of salt on top and take a fork to mash this all together until it's a nice creamy texture. Lastly, grab your grater and your cheddar cheese and grate some of that cheese to add as a topping to your tacos.
Alright guys, now that we've got all of our garnishes and toppings ready to go, it's officially time to get cooking. So we're going to start by cooking the shrimp first. That's going to put all of the flavor into the pan so that when we cook the tortillas, they're going to soak up that flavor too. So let's get cooking. Coming at you with another pro tip, very, very important to let your pan heat up before you put your protein in there. Coming at you with yet another pro tip as we cook our shrimp. Do you know how to tell when shrimp is done cooking? I'll let you know. So when you first put the raw shrimp in the pan, it's going to have a translucent look to it. As the shrimp starts to cook, it actually shrinks up a little bit, it gets a little bit hard, and it turns that white color that you're used to seeing. So once you don't see any translucence anymore, usually that means that the shrimp is basically done.
Once the shrimp is done cooking, it's finally time to cook those tortillas. They don't take very long, just 30 seconds or so on each side to get them nice and toasty, and then they're ready to eat with your tacos. Now gather your family, put all the food on the table, and let's get building. Assemble your tacos with all your favorite toppings and enjoy. Well, there you have it. That's our take on Mexican tacos. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Around the World in 50 Foods, and we can't wait to share our next destination with you. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for post notifications.